Today marks a really special moment for the channel. We are officially one full year of Spectrum Boy EDC. It doesn't feel like it's been that long. It feels like it started a few months ago and now we're here. So before anything, thank you. Thank you to the community around the space. You guys have been absolutely incredible. Really is because of you that this has kept going. It's kept alive and it's worth doing. The very first video that I ever posted was the 2-layer shuffle, and I really loved this as a first introduction to this world. This was my favorite for such a long time, and it was such a good piece. I know it's not an original, it's a knockoff. That's how you enter into a space. You test things out. So today we're stepping that up by a little bit, and we're going to be looking at the 3-layer version, and that will be unboxed. So you'll also get my first initial reaction to that. So I haven't made that big jump to the premium Louty version just yet, but maybe that's something we can do for our 2nd anniversary. So for now, this is just a nod to the journey and something fun to explore. We also have a blind box, and I thought that would be really awesome to give my initial reaction to that as well. And that is to the ShimShy Skynest. So based on the size of the package, I can already tell you what I'm pretty sure is here. And there was the 80% chance of getting the standard version, and I'm pretty sure it's that one. It's not the premium one, but that's okay. I've heard that the standard version is probably even better than the premium, so either way, it's not a loss. There was the 80% chance of the plastic version, a 16.6% chance of getting the aluminium alloy, a 3.3% chance of getting the titanium. It's guaranteed, I know it. We're getting the plastic one. So I'm curious to see what design is on that one, because I quite like these designs. I like what they're doing. I had a little bit of time to look and research. This one comes highly recommended, by the way, by other reviewers out there, and that's why I thought let's just have fun with this one. They've got these small and expressive characters. They look very anime inspired, almost like little gremlin mascots, and there's personality baked into the object. I think it adds something really interesting to the whole experience. It's a fun blind box. You don't know what you're gonna get. That reminds me of getting those Matchbox cars as a kid. Well, let's start with the ShimShy. Good thing I have my utility knife. The Zero, but sent to me by Pocket Perfection, Ed from Pocket Perfection. The review will come out in a little while. Ed and I have been chatting, and he's unfortunately is hurt himself. Maybe this is too personal information, Ed, I'm sorry, but I just want you to be good, you know. Ed seems like a really cool guy. I'm looking forward to our chat. Ed sent me this. We're looking to have our conversation together, and then, you know, from there do the review. I've really been enjoying it, Ed. Thank you so much. So just a little shout out to Ed, Pocket Perfection, and the Zero. Okay, so this is what the lucky box looks like. The lucky box, the mystery packet, the fun, the excitement. There's something very reminiscent of childhood when it comes to this. Happy to be experiencing that feeling again as an adult. Yeah. And I was right about that 80% chance. We know that the plastic ones come in these boxes, and then the premium one, their packaging is outrageous. I might actually show you some footage of what that package looks like. But inside, get this tool. Let's open that up. Okay, so we have the tape for the plates. Screwdriver to add to the set. I actually needed one of these screwdrivers. That's awesome. And that's what I got. So that's a really cool character, and I really do like the color. It looks great. I think my kids are gonna love this as well. And that says Talia, the character. Happy moment. Very cool. Let's open it up. So look at these plates. Even though that's the cheaper option, you're getting metal plates, which is really, really awesome. And it's got that, it looks like it's got slide tape on the one. Oh. Okay, wow, that's incredibly smooth. I see why this comes so highly rated. It's also got for being plastic, it's got a really, really solid weight to it. Surprising at how weighty it is. I mean, it's so buttery smooth and quiet as well. I mean, that's really nice. So on their website, they spoke about this character, referring to it as a shadow companion, and this being my shadow companion that I will take with me. That actually feels like it's not just a sticker. There's texture to that. I mean, it feels like it's in the surface of the plastic. My goodness, that's very smooth. It's like, I don't know how to describe it. I'm gonna have to come to that description in the review. I'll find the right words to describe how smooth this is, because it's quite not like anything I've tried before. Probably from the slide tape, so I might try this without some of the slide tape on as well. But I'm gonna stick to the slide tape just for a while I get the feeling of it, and then in the review I'll talk about what it's like without that slide tape on it. Doesn't feel plasticky except for the way that it glides. So in terms of the specs, it's 4.6 centimeters by 2.8 centimeters. It's got polished round edges. It feels very comfortable in hand. So it's designed to sit comfortably in the hand or in the pocket as well, or an EDC pouch if you have one. I like how they've described it. It's not just a tool, but it's that shadow companion is not my phrase, it's theirs from their website. A shadow companion for your fingertips. And I like that poetry. I like the fluff, guys. So every boundless slide is a perfect interplay between, I'm gonna butcher this, shu, yo, ying, and ShimShy, which loosely translated is saying every moment reflects the balance between design and craftsmanship. So this is a first impression and an unboxing, and we'll spend some time with it to get to know it properly, and then I'll come back with a full review. But for now, let's move over to the other package. Okay, so you know what's in this one. It is the 3-layer shuffle. So move aside, but we'll do a little bit of a comparison. That's why I have it out as well. Okay, so I didn't expect the package to be boxed or anything crazy. This was absolutely dirt cheap. So that is copying the Lauti design. So it is a knockoff, and I'm fully aware there's a very high opinion around originals and knockoffs, and just to, I think, give clarity and context one more time, it's always safer to just, you know, chat about it. I'm reviewing these things from an absolute beginner's point of view. I know it's been 1 year, but I'm still approaching this as an entry point. So every piece that I have shown, unless it has been sent by a maker, has probably been a knockoff or a clone, with a few exceptions. For the moment, like many people out there, this is, you know, very much a hobby for me. I'm not making money off of it. I'm experiencing it as you would if you were beginning, and also coming from a country that you know, the cost of things are quite mad, from South Africa, and importing and tariffs and things are wild. Okay, so not the smoothest play, maybe that will just take a little bit of, so the more that I play with it, I think the better it will feel. It's probably just gotta wear in a little bit. This looks like the copper king, the 3 wise kings. I learned recently, actually, almost a whole year later, that it's also meant to function as a clicker if you press down where these little divots are. I love the pattern king. It feels like you're holding a mini deck of cards in your hand, but it's so weighty, and I like that. I like that weight. It looks really, really good. I like this character, the way the original designers designed this king. Let's credit them for their incredible work. The original inspiration behind this deserves all the credit. And that as well. I think on the original one, this design is, I'll show you a picture of what that looks like as well. So it's got this long screw. I think this top one might be, no, that is definitely screwed in. Okay, and then we've got the magnets and that tape over it. Okay, and that is why there's a little bit of a dampening on that click, where this one, through all that play, the tape was removed. It's got a hard snap now, and I really like that. This one did fall, the magnets fell out, and I had to do a little bit of a repair, but it functions well. Still, 1 whole year later, this one is great. The only thing is, I think it's probably too noisy for a lot of occasions, but if I'm just walking by myself, happy to play with this one. So comparison, that's a whole layer thicker. Same size, different metal, more magnets with slightly different orientation. You can see how this one's being pushed away. But I like it. For the price, this is an absolute steal. If you are a beginner, if you don't know what to try out next for the experience before buying the original, try this out. You might like it. Hope you're not disappointed if you do. It's my aesthetic. It's what I like. And yes, I do really like this. So a little anniversary special. Looking at these two pieces, I have been really going down a deep dive with these. So they will be featured next. These sliders sent to me by Monkey Love EDC. Yeah, one of the reasons that this has been delayed is there are 3 pieces and I want to really focus in on each one and spend the time with it to understand them properly in order to do a review. But also, I very intentionally wanted to get this lens or this lens attachment to make the video for these. I believe they deserve that extra special close attention visually, and also the attention required to tell a good story. Amazing design work that Chang has put into these. So these are coming up next on the channel. So stay tuned if you are eagerly awaiting this video, or these 3 videos, because I'm going to separate them, each their own. Look out for that.